around here. There's a bunch of crooks around here. You ain't supposed to be in that jail, boy. Get over there, man. No, that's supposed to know, man. If I come in.
Is my salary going up?
Bahamian people got to wake up.
This is my 5 cents and I approve this message.
PLP Chairman Bradley Roberts blasts the media for revealing the tax status of Dame Marguerite Pinling, but the F&M chairman fires back. One man dead after a shooting incident in Grand Bahama. In the capital, 7 people in hospital after 2 shootings. Ground broken on the North Abaco port, plus the Prime Minister says millions can be made from a Bahamas carnival. We've got those stories and more coming up tonight. I'm Dana Smith and NB12 starts now. Topping news tonight, the revelation that Dame Marguerite Pinling owed the government more than $300,000 in real property taxes has become a divisive issue, with the Progressive Liberal Party chairman calling the stories stink and the Free National Movement chairman questioning government's commitment to tax reform. Bradley Roberts today told NB12 Dame Marguerite's debt has been settled and expressed hope it would not derail her chances of being appointed Governor General next month. Bonnie Toot reports.
Despite what he called distasteful reports of Dame Marguerite Pinling's unpaid real property taxes, PLP Chairman Bradley Roberts says he prays she becomes this country's next Governor General. Roberts told NB12 today he understands her taxes have been paid and blasted the media for releasing that information.
Thought about it, and I said I thought it stink, and I still maintain that. Why target her? What has she done? She's been a good woman. Lady Pinling has never run for public office in this country. But what I think they have a problem with is that she is the wife of the father of the modern Bahamas, Sir Lyndon Pinling.
Roberts, who is a former cabinet minister in the Pinling administration, says no one is above the law, but questioned whether there is so much interest in Dame Marguerite's outstanding taxes because she is widely considered to be the front runner to be appointed Governor General when Sir Arthur Folkes demits office on July 8th.
Yes, and I am praying that the Prime Minister and the cabinet so makes a decision in favor of Lady Pinling.
Documents obtained by the Nassau Guardian show she owed $306,831.73 in back taxes and interest on the home she shared with her husband, former Prime Minister Sir Lyndon Pinling. However, Roberts insisted the media got the figure wrong.
But I have just received word that the real property tax amount was not the amount claimed in the newspaper as owing, and that Lady Pinling has settled her debt in total, in full.
And is that reliable information?
That is reliable information, yes.
Have you spoken with her since this?
No, but believe in me, it is reliable information.
However, Free National Movement Chairman Darren Cash isn't buying it. He accused the PLP government of fostering a sense of entitlement among prominent citizens of this country.
Within the case of the Bank of the Bahamas, when a whistleblower decided to release information, they decided that they would come after me and engage in a public witch hunt. But when Leslie Miller is on the receiving end, when the wife of the father of the nation is on the receiving end, when elites in the media are on the receiving end, all of a sudden they have a different view as to whose information ought to be released.
Cash says this revelation only proves that the Christie administration is not serious about tax reform.
Enormously disconcerting that the government is consistently unable to collect outstanding taxes. So I start there. There's no question that significant numbers of Bahamians are sympathetic to the wife of the father of the nation. She ought to be held in high regard, and they expect certain things from her. And so it is unfortunate.
Astor Linden's widow, Dame Marguerite, has been receiving his prime minister's pension since his death in 2000, an annual disbursement of $86,000. Dame Marguerite is also deputy to the Governor General. Reporting for NB12, I'm Vonique Toot.
Bahamas Electricity Corporation Chairman Leslie Miller has also slammed the media, claiming yesterday the media's mission is to destroy black people in the country. Miller said the media attacked Dame Marguerite Pinleen by revealing real property tax documents that show she owed more than $300,000. He also charged that since Prime Minister Perry Christie took office, daily newspapers have savaged him. Miller was a guest on the Steve McKinney radio show Hard Copy yesterday, where he said, quote, Lady Marguerite Pinleen doesn't have the ability to defend herself, and just because they know that some things might happen next month, you come out with these stories to try and make that not happen. Dame Marguerite is deputy to Governor General Sir Arthur Folkes, who is set to retire from office next month. She's considered the front runner to take that position. Miller's criticisms of the media come days after our news team revealed he and his family-owned businesses owed BEC more than $200,000. Well, the government is making a concerted effort to try to control the media, according to Deputy Leader of the Free National Movement, Loretta Butler Turner. She told NB12 the media is accountable to the people, while the government's modus operandi is to operate in secrecy.
I think there's a concerted effort by the governing party to reprimand and try and control the media. Unfortunately for them, the media understands that its place is to be accountable to the people whom they serve, just as, you know, those of us who serve in public office.
In addition to recent media criticisms by PLP Chairman Bradley Roberts and BEC Chairman Leslie Miller, State Investments Minister Kayla's Roll said talk show in the Bahamas paint politicians as worthless, greedy, and lazy. And the Deputy Prime Minister has said the media is flaming this fire of discontent. Tourism Minister Obi Wilchcombe said in the House of Assembly, anti-government stories always make the news, while positive stories about the PLP never grab headlines. He said journalism has become cynical, adding, you're never supposed to be using your ink to destroy people. That is not the job of a journalist. Butler Turner said Wilchcombe's reprimand was distasteful.
I was really flabbergasted to see his tirade as a former practicing journalist, to be taking journalists to task in such a manner. In my estimation, I think that public reprimand was very distasteful and truly unbecoming of a government minister.
In other news, the groundbreaking for the North Abaco Port project took place today. The site just outside Cooperstown, Abaco will take about 18 months to complete at a cost of $39 million. The port will cover an area of about 45 acres of land. Most of that will be used as a service area for storage of bulk containers and a yacht dock. So far, some 80 local companies are engaged in the project, with about $1.3 million spent locally up to this point. The principal works are being carried out by the China Harbor Engineering Company Limited. We'll have a full report in tomorrow's newscast. Government is moving urgently to address conditions at the New Providence landfill, but officials say the finger should not be pointed at Renew Bahamas, which is a private company contracted to manage the site. Landfill workers describe conditions at the site as a bomb waiting to blow, asserting that garbage is piling up, but critical heavy equipment isn't being used due to the government's failure thus far to give the company money for fuel. Environment Minister Kenrit Dorset says they hope to get fuel by early next week.
It has resulted in piles of garbage at the landfill. I think some of the photos that have been used in the media are in fact photos from the landfill. But in any event, it is an issue which concerns us. It is not one which we can blame Renew Bahamas for. It is something that the government is responsible for.
Workers say there are increased fire risks due to displaced garbage blocking the landfill's pathways and no fuel for fire response machines. However, Dorset says they are closely monitoring the site to ensure no disasters occur before they purchase fuel.
Enhanced monitoring of the landfill to make sure that no fire erupts during this time. There have been dialogue with the emergency team that we have, because as you may be aware, we've got a number of contractors who are engaged in the event that a fire erupts. And so Renew has in fact worked with those persons in the past. And so, we're very concerned, but there is still activity taking place to ensure that we minimize any risk.
Renew Bahamas was formed in 2012 by Davis & Co., the law firm of Deputy Prime Minister Philip Davis. It currently lacks a website or any other publicly available means of contacting the company or a proper office. However, Dorset insisted the company is reputable.
They have worked for major UK materials recycling facilities and those involved in waste management. AECOM is a major publicly traded company that is a technical partner for Renew and the government in this landfill remediation exercise. So, the government did its due diligence, and we are certainly satisfied that that Renew Bahamas has the technical expertise as well as the financial capability to carry out